Alright, Korsun Pocket SSG Matrix Games. Continuing with the tutorials, we're going to look at lesson number 5. In this lesson, we're going to take a look at taking casualties, combat as an action for the attacker, how units retreat, overruns, attacking undefended strong points, and attacking defended strong points. Definitely all sorts of reasons to continue with this this game. High on that list, if not the top of the list, is a nice, clean, I would say very obviously user-friendly, but player-friendly user interface. All right. Taking casualties. Well, all right, so let's look at what happens after a combat has been executed. We had 4 units here attack a defender right there. In 26, is that correct? 26, yep. City Hex. The combat result was A1D1, a very traditional hex encounter type CRT result. 1 step each lost by the attacker and defender. The defender had just 1 unit present, so that's where the casualty went. Right click on Hex 26 there to bring up the battlefield pop-up and position the cursor over the first Fusilier battalion right there. Oh yeah, there it is. The casualty is a red skull overprinted with a numeral. We're talking about that right there. Right there. Let's see. We'll deal with the replacements in the next lesson, but for now it's enough to know that this casualty will be replaced in 4 turns. Okay, 4 turns from the unit's internal resources. When more than 1 unit of the same side participates in a combat, which is usually the case for the attacker and often the case for the defender, a decision to allocate the casualty has to be made. And here's how that works. The unit with the greatest number of vital steps takes the casualty. If more than 1 unit, this is all just reads right out of a traditional hex encounter wargame, tabletop wargame. So if more than 1 unit meets the criteria, then the unit with the lowest attack value for attacker's casualties or lowest defense value for defender's casualties is chosen. If more than 1 casualty has been inflicted, the process is repeated. Select the first mechanized battalion hex, 21-6. So 21-6, 21-6, nope. 21-6, there we go, the mechanized unit. Okay, selected. Well, let's take a look. Right there. Okay, so there's the loss. Okay, this unit was chosen to receive the casualty. All 4 attacking combat units had 3 vital steps. These are the 3 steps here that it started with. 1, 2, 3. So the first mechanized battalion's attack value of 8. That's that 8 right there. The lowest was the reason it was chosen. Okay, because if we look at these ones, so let's look at the other ones. This one also has 3 steps, but its attack value is 18. We go here. This CCA has 3 steps, but its attack value is 18. And this one, 3 steps, but its attack value is 12. So that's what they're saying. The mechanized unit had the lowest attack value because all 4 units had the same number of steps. Okay. Neither player has any say in where the casualties are distributed. Attacking artillery units never take casualties. Defending artillery units take casualties. As normal, if they are in the target hex, they don't take casualties when contributing defensive shifts from a distance. Okay. Combat as an action for the attacker. This is just a quick reminder. Okay, this is just a quick reminder that the combat usually uses up units 1 action allowed in a turn. The defending units are not affected because it is not their turn. How traditional. On the battlefield, those units who participate in the combat have a yellow dot, so yellow, yellow, and yellow. One of the units, CCA regiment, has an orange dot. Let's take a look at that. Oh, you don't see it there. Huh. But you see it right there. Interesting. Lesson 7 deals with supply, and a full explanation will be given there. The quick explanation for now is that CCA Regiment began the turn out of supply, but because it has 2 bullets, it can operate without supply for 2 turns. Yeah, CCA. Yep, CCA. There. Whoops. There. CCA. 2 bullets means it can operate without supply for 2 turns. How units retreat. Only the defending forces can be required to retreat. Defending units will try to retreat whenever an R appears in the combat results. So we'll look at the, yep, so clear CRT. As a matter of fact, we'll use city because that's what we just fought in. And so here you have your R results. Yeah, attacker never retreats. Yep. Here are the rules regarding retreats. It's very traditional. We'll see examples as we progress through later lessons. Units can retreat a maximum of 1 hex. They cannot retreat into hexes which already contain a full count of units, 4 in this case. They cannot retreat into hexes they are not allowed to move into, nor across hex sides they are not allowed to traverse. Of course, they cannot retreat into enemy-occupied hexes. So basically, let's say if more than 1 unit is in the stack required to retreat, units will retreat 1 at a time. A unit with more steps will retreat before a unit with fewer steps. Where units have equal number of steps, leg units will retreat before horse units, which will retreat before wheeled units, which will retreat before tracked units. And finally, before supply units. If steps are equal within a movement category, the unit with the greatest defense value will retreat first. The retreat destination is chosen, according to priority. There are 8 levels of priority. Basically, priority number 1 is to a not occupied by a friendly unit, not adjacent to an enemy unit, not across an unbridged river, and then you go up from there all the way up to priority number 8, which is not occupied by a friendly unit, but adjacent to an enemy unit across an unbridged river. So you have these 8 priorities, and I guess the computer will go through one by one. If there are 2 or more legitimate retreat hexes with the same priority, the computer will choose the one closest to the nearest friendly supply unit. If a unit cannot retreat for whatever reason, or it retreats into an unoccupied hex adjacent to an enemy unit or units, it may take an additional casualty. The likelihood of an additional casualty or step loss is linked to the unit's quality and supply state. For elite units, the chance is 30%. For regular units, the chance is 50%. For substandard units, the chance is 100%. For isolated units, regardless of quality, the chance is always 100%. Isolated units are easily identified. In the unit display area, so that would be, so if we selected a unit like that, this is the unit display area, if I remember correctly. Isolated units have a blood red background in the battlefield pop-up. Isolated units have a blood red background behind the unit icon. In the battlefield. All right. Later we'll look at isolated units. Overruns. We're going to overrun. All right, let's overrun. We're going to overrun the enemy artillery unit, 1st Artillery Battalion in hex 23-4. Probably that one right there. 23-4, Woods Hex. Not isolated, but a single artillery unit. As a matter of fact, right there, artillery, truck-towed artillery. Okay, so select the 3 Armor Battalion in hex 17-5, right there. So I'm selecting it. All right. Move it to hex 22-3, right there. Select the 1st Armor Cavalry Battalion. 1st Armor Cavalry Battalion. Is it there? Yeah. 1st Armored Cavalry Battalion in 18-4. Yep. Move it to hex 22-4. Yep. There. 22-4. Launch an attack against the enemy artillery unit with the 3 Armor Battalion. So 3 Armor Battalion right there. So launch an attack. Boom. The overrun icon down here says possible. Is at the lower left of the combat activity area. That's this area here. Beside it, the word possible appears right there. This tells you that it is possible to achieve an overrun against this target hex without moving any more units. Right click on the overrun icon. Huh. Is that? Probably. Right click on, oh yeah, it is. Right click on the overrun icon. What you see on the screen is, okay. Now add the 1st Armored Cavalry Battalion to the combat. Okay, 1st Armored Cavalry. Oh. Select. And how come I can't? Wow. Did I? 18. Oh, yeah, I did. I'm looking down here. 18. I guess also the green arrow. Okay, I think I added the. Okay. All right. Possible has changed to overrun. So I did successfully add the armored cavalry there. Now it says overrun in green there. There's not sufficient force in place to achieve an overrun without adding more assets. The CRT used is non-combat units. Exit the combat display for the moment. Okay. Exit. Bring up the CRT. For each CRT, you were told the odds required for an overrun in both good and bad terrain conditions. Where's overrun? Oh, here, overrun. Okay. Wait. Is that overrun? Okay. Now page forward to the strong point screen. Page forward. Must be that one. Click on the non-combat units icon at the bottom of the list. Non-combat units, okay. Non-combat units. Artillery support and or supply units defending alone always use this CRT. Regardless of the terrain they occupy. As you can see, it's a disaster for the defender. Yeah, look at all those losses there. So make sure you keep these vulnerable units out of harm's way. Back to where we were. Resume. Launch the attack again. And commit both the 3 Armor and 1st Armored Cavalry Battalion. Alright, let's do this. Unselect everybody. Select the 3rd Armor attack. Select the 1st Armored Cavalry. Oh. Add them. Oh, that's all I had to do. Okay. I guess fire. Okay. Our final odds rate to 1, more than enough to ensure destruction of the enemy unit. There is no point to adding other assets. So let's see. Hit the fire button. I did. And whatever results you get, the 1st Artillery Battalion will be no more. Oh, yeah, I guess I do see that. All right. So what is it about an overrun that makes it different from regular combat? Units, it's very traditional hex encounter. War game. Units participating in overrun except artillery do not use up their one action for the turn. Look at the battlefield. The three, yeah, both of these units, they're still green blocked. That's my term, green blocked. They can attack again. In this instance, the 3 armor has run out of OPs. Let's take a look at that. Huh. Okay. It could use extended movement, but the 1st Armor Cavalry Battalion can still maneuver. Okay, very important. We're overrunning. Take every opportunity you can, basically. Attacking undefended strong points. This is a straightforward procedure. Select the 3 regiments. All right. Select the 3 regiments of the 3rd Infantry Division. Hex 2112, 2112, 2112. Spacebar, I get all 3 regiments selected. Alright, attack the enemy strong point to the northeast. That's that one, I guess. There I attacked, or identified it. Fairly weak, only 1 step and a pitiful defense value of 3. Yes, 3. Alright, so I guess fire. Okay, an overrun is possible. Indeed, committing all 3 regiments upgrades the possibility to a certainty. However, a die roll of 1 at odds of 8 to 1. Huh. What did I do? On the strong point, CRT is unfavorable, so we might as well add more combat units. Remember, this is an overrun, so all the non-artillery units involved will retain their combat capability for the turn. If we committed an artillery unit to raise the odds, or a general, or bombardment, or barrage, those assets would be consumed, in effect wasted. Select the 3 regiments of the 5th Armored Division. Okay. Hex 2212. 2212. Again? What? Oh, 2212. 2212. Okay, there we go. 5th Infantry Division. 5th Infantry Division down here. Alright, spacebar selects... Oh, do they won't... The 1st Tank Destroyer Battalion, that's what I saw down there, is deployed with them. Tap the spacebar to commit all 4 units. There we go. To the attack. The odds improved to 10 to 1. Oh. Alright, I guess I wasn't supposed to hit the fire button earlier. Oh well. Hit the fire button, the enemy strong point disappears, revealing an enemy minefield symbol. That minefield has been there since the start of the game, and can only be cleared when the minefield hex comes under control of your troops, as delineated by the front line arrows. Okay. Let's knock off another strong point. Select the 3 regiments. Alright. Be done with this. Select the 3 regiments of the 3rd Infantry Division, 2112. Uh-oh. Okay. Move them to hex 2211. Oops. Now I can't do that because... Alright, let's see if I can correct my situation here. Guess these guys weren't supposed to. Alright, so I'll move them back. Done. Okay. Here, select them all. Move them. Okay. 2211. On top of the minefield. Launch an attack against the strong point to the north. Committing all 3 regiments to the attack generates odds column of 6 to 1. Why are mine all... Well, why are mine off by 1? Down 2. Shift. Oh, things are off now. Things might be off because I did those things out of order. All right. Well, there's an odds column there. Shifts, previous attack. Look at the right-hand section of the combat display. Right-hand section of the combat display. The tactical situation display tells you what? Tells you no tactical benefit can be gained when attacking from a hex containing an enemy minefield. Okay, commit the 1st Armor Battalion, hex 2111. 2111, okay, alright, so I'm committing there. Odds improve. The odds did go up there. I think they did. Tank bonus. The raw odds are 54-3. That's correct. That should work out to 18-1. However, the maximum value that can be achieved when comparing attack value to the defense value is 10-1. So in this example, we have 10-1 from strength ratio less 2 tactical shifts, which does not correspond to what I have now. Okay. Successful result is guaranteed. All right. Let's see if I can get a complete example. All right. We'll do 2 more attacks against undefended strong points to get into position to attack a defended strong point. If things work out here. Move the 3 regiments of the 2nd Infantry Division, hex 2010, there. Select them all to hex 2110. Okay, move them. And launch an attack against the strong point in hex 22-9. Okay, launch an attack. Add in the 3 Infantry Regiment, 1st Infantry Division, hex 21-9. 21-9. There. I added it. The odds are 10-1 or better. Yes. Good. This one's on track. Success is certain, so hit the fire button. 1 down. Okay. I guess I exit now. Select the 1st Armor Battalion. 1st Armor Battalion. Hex 2111. 2111. Alright. Select it. Move it to hex 22-9. Select all 3 regiments of the 2nd Infantry Division. Okay, they're all selected. Move them to hex 21-9. 21-9. 21-9. I moved them to 21-9. Oops. Guess that was supposed to be 22-9. 22-9. Select all 3 regiments of the 2nd Infantry Divisions. Hex 2110. What? Select. Okay. All right. This isn't corresponding anymore. This isn't corresponding anymore. All right. Forget that. Move on to the last section. Attacking defended strong points. Is this even? No, this isn't even worth going through because I think my units are out of position now. 21-9. They are. Yeah, it looks like they're out of position now. All right, that isn't going to work. So the bottom line is I selected an attack, and I thought when it said select attack, it meant execute the attack, but I should have waited till it said actually press the fire button. But anyways, that's enough attacking occupied and unoccupied strong points.